Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a documentary. It's called Murder on a Sunday Morning, and it actually won an Academy Award for Best Documentary Film. It centers around a young Jacksonville youth. He's 15, and Jacksonville Florida is where it takes place. His name is Brenton Butler. Brenton was arrested and falsely accused of murder. But the star of the shows, I have to say, were the people from the public defender's office. Pat McGinnis was the public defender, and also he was helped by his assistant, Ann Fennell. And this drama plays out in the courtroom. Well, I'll tell you what, let's watch the trailer together, okay? Here we go.
Officer Martin came in and candidly admitted that the only reason Brenton Butler was even stopped that morning was because he happened to be a black male walking in the neighborhood. Now think about that.
The suspect's going to be a skinny black male wearing dark shorts, possibly using like a small Derringer type pistol.
I'm Pat McGinnis, and I defend people charged with killing people. James Stevens and his wife were at a local Ramada Inn. They went to a continental breakfast. As they left, they were walking down a breezeway in that hotel, and somebody shot and killed Mr. Stevens' wife.
I'm Ann Fennell. I'm an attorney with the Public Defender's Office in Jacksonville, Florida.
Went and got the victim's husband, and he indicated that Brenton Butler was the person who shot his wife.
So he's about 50 feet away and he says, that's the guy.
Right.
At some point, Brent, did Detective Glover hit you?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you shoot Mrs. Stevens at the Ramada Inn the morning of May 7th?
No, ma'am. I didn't have nothing to do with that.
This entire case, everything important to it took place in 2 hours, between 7 and 9 on a Sunday morning. And what the jury ultimately comes to believe about those 2 hours is going to determine whether Brent goes to prison for life or is returned to his family.
So now that you have an idea about what this documentary is about, let's just discuss it a little bit more. Brenton looks to me, and it seems to me in the documentary, lived a pretty sheltered life. His parents are religious. They're a very religious family, and he has a brother that lives at home, a younger brother, and they just seem like a close-knit Christian family. And Brenton is a young man of few words. He's not very talkative. He seems rather shy, and really in many points in this documentary, looking at him, you just have to feel for him. He was in shock. He didn't know what to think. He literally was plucked off the street and put in the middle of a very serious court proceeding, very serious accusation. The Jacksonville Police Department let me just start. They were inept. They were incompetent. They didn't really care, in my opinion, if Brenton Butler was innocent or guilty. Florida is a very touristy state. They have this murder of this older woman. She was a tourist. They didn't want that in the news. They wanted to get their guy, get him convicted, put him in prison for the rest of his life, wrap all of that up in a pretty little package, and deliver it to the public, so that they, could say, no, don't worry about it. We've got our murderer. He's put away. There's no need to be afraid. But in fact, there was a reason to be afraid. And you'll see that all play out. You're going to be on the edge of your seat. You're going to be screaming. You're going to be laughing. You might even cry. I know it brought a tear to my eyes a couple of times. It's just a fantastic documentary. If you have never seen it, I encourage you to watch it. I'll actually link it in my description below. They did get a confession from Brenton. However, it wasn't his confession because he didn't have anything to confess. They had one of the detectives, basically told Brenton, this is what you did. He wrote it down, the detective wrote it down, and made Brenton sign it. Here's a little excerpt from the court proceedings where the public defender, Mr. Pat McGinnis, was questioning this gentleman about that.
Okay. And as I raised the gun from my pocket, quickly it went off. Is that something he said?
Yes.
I had pulled the trigger unknowingly. That was his language, unknowingly?
No, he said he didn't know he pulled the trigger.
Okay, so you just like that word better, right?
That's just how I wrote it when we formulated the sentence.
I took the woman's money from her wallet and put it in mine, right?
Yes.
He said that, right?
That's what he told me, yes.
And I went home to feed my dog. Did he say why it was so important to feed the dog at that point?
I never got the impression it was important. That was just what he did when he got home.
Well, why did he go home if he just completed this successful armed robbery and killed somebody? Did he say?
No.
Later, I was walking to Blockbuster Video to get a job application. Why did he need a job if he'd taken up this new career as an armed robber?
I don't know.
Okay. When the police stopped me, the policeman asked me to come with him to the Ramada Inn, which I did. Did he say why he went with the police if he just killed somebody over there?
He just said he was asked and he complied.
Complied, was that what he said?
No, that's my word.
Okay. If we could, let's try and distinguish between your words and his, okay? The man who was with the woman I shot came to the car and told the police I was the one who shot her. All right? He said that?
Yes.
You could hear that in the next... And he's saying this stuff out loud, right?
We're formulating sentences as...
Is he saying this stuff out loud?
Actually, I'm saying this, and he's agreeing to it.
Okay. Okay. Now, since that time, the 6 months that have followed, which of the facts asserted in here have you been able to verify in any way?
I've not attempted to verify any of them.
Let's see. Thank you, sir.
So you see, the miscarriage of justice started from the very beginning and went all the way through to the end. I will tell you that the jury only took 45 minutes, less than an hour, to come to their verdict, and I will just say justice was served. So I'm going to make this a quick video. Check it out. Like I said, I'll put the link in my description below. If you have seen it, please comment and tell me what you thought. Let's talk about it, okay? Well, you guys have a great night, and I will see you next time. Bye.